Welcome back to another day on the Lorcana pixelborn client. Today we're playing Bibbidy Bobbidy Dead, a Ruby and Emerald discard control deck. With this deck, we want to take advantage of Bucky, Squirrel Squeak Tutor, and Prince John, Greediest of All, to generate card advantage for us and card disadvantage for our opponent. We have one of the more fun curves with this deck, with a turn 1 choice of either Minnie Mouse Always Classy or Flynn Rider Confident Vagabond. Both characters come with a 1/3 stat line, making them ideal to resist Teeth and Ambitions, and to use it against our opponent. Turn 2, we want to get Bucky into play so we can start attacking our opponent's hand as quickly as possible. And turn 3 is our first important choice in the curve. We can either play Prince John Greediest of All, setting ourselves up for card advantage on the following turn, or if our opponent is moving quite fast, we can instead shift into either Minnie Mouse Wide-Eyed Diver or Flynn Rider, his own biggest fan. This will trigger Bucky's ability and make our opponent discard, but where this deck gets interesting are the 4 copies of Bibbidy Bobbidy Boo. Our shifted character can now sing this song and bounce itself back to our hand, including the shifted target. Then we return the floodborn character back to the battlefield, triggering Bucky a second time, all still on turn 3. And now we have the shift target still in hand for a future ink. If the opponent is slow enough, we can set up Prince John and get a double card draw from the combo. In fact, we run 5 floodborn characters for a total of 18 cards in the deck. Each one can do the Bibbidy combo with Bucky and Prince John. Outside of the core combo, we're running 2 copies of Peter Pan Never Landing to fight off evasive characters our opponent may be running, and Queen of Hearts Impulsive Ruler for quick attacks against aggro matchups. Additionally, we're running Queen of Hearts Sensing Weakness as well, as the Floodborn trait is valuable to us in addition to the decent attack strength and potential to draw additional cards. And at the top end, we're playing Lady Tremaine Imperious Queen, a Floodborn character with removal built into her. This can be an especially devastating combo with Bibbidy Bobbidy Boo, potentially forcing a double discard with Bucky, a double draw with Prince John, and a double removal effect with Tremaine. Rounding things out, we're running Improvise, primarily as a deck thinning card, Hypnotize for the extra card draw and hand disruption, Sudden Chill for the hand disruption, and Teeth and Ambitions for the spot removal of problematic characters. I foresee this deck going through some changes before it's perfected, but for now, let's jump in and see if we can't win a few. Ruby Amethyst. Here we go. Second is not where I like to be. Okay, what an awful opening hand. Well, I do got the shift, and I got a turn 3 payoff. Well, somebody that comes down on turn 3. If I can top deck a Bucky, ho-ho! I will be a happy player. Now, because opponent went first, I would really love to see the Bibbidy. Instead of doing a John on 3, do a Bibbidy. Or well, I guess it would be turn 2, right? No, it'd be turn 3, because Bucky comes out on 2. You're a Floodborn that comes down just a little sooner, but my turn 4 probably would be the Prince John. Which means my turn 5 would be the Queen. Bucky and pass. Bibbidy off the top, man. Give me a Bibbidy off the top. Not a Bibbidy. The Prince Johns are a little brutal right now. Since I don't get the Bibbidy, I'm going to go for the John and try to get as much value. Next turn, I'll be able to attack their hand pretty significantly. Won't be able to play Hypnotize, though. Alright, opponent's going to be down to 1 card. Unless what they play now is removal. Then we're in a good spot. Madam Mim to bounce a Madam Mim. Will they play a Madam Mim to bounce a Minnie? No, of course not. Wow, that is a lot of Johns. You're really giving me a really hard time right here. Let's start by shifting you in. Now opponent will be forced to discard Bucky. We get to draw a card, Prince John. Hopefully we get an Inkable. Draws another Bucky. Opponent discard the snake. I will ink the Bucky. And I will cast the Sudden Chill. Another card out of the opponent's hand. Ooh. Bucky's largely not all that great right now, is he? Let's see. Next turn, though, I could also sing this with Flynn instead of questing. It's a fairly safe quest. I don't know. Bucky still feels like the right guy to quest with, though. Not sure how many Floodborn we're going to get at this point. I don't know. I think we're just questing. Save our ammunition for next turn. Does the opponent have targeted removal for Flynn? Quest. Bounce them in for the fox. Ink the snake. Alright, opponent's hand is officially terrorized. Still can't play both. I think I play John. If I play John, I'm only... Can't play the other one. I can sing this guy, but I don't have enough to play this guy. So if I want to take out their hand, I have to play this guy. Alright, let's do it. Let's nuke their hand. I'm gonna draw a bunch of cards off of this. I just really wish for the other Prince Johns either weren't in my hand or were, you know, just a little bit more useful. There goes another Be Prepared. Let's get the last one out of their hand. Draw another card. That's a good one. Oh, it was another Be Prepared. That is hilarious. Happy to quest with all at this point. They otherwise aren't doing anything. Inking a mouse, passing the turn. Ooh, a Lady Tremaine. Alright, let's quest for 4. Let's get the Tremaine down. A Bibbidy off the top just makes Tremaine obnoxious to deal with. Sacrificing the fox. Interesting. Alright, we have a lot going for us. This is a tough position. Opponents lost 3 of their Be Prepareds. If they want to hold on to a card, we can actually discard it with the Bucky Queen of Hearts. Another Tremaine? Are you kidding me? Alright, we're going to ink a Bucky. Well, if I play the Tremaine, they sack the Merlin, they draw a card, I get less lore. So let's start here. get these Johns out of my hand. At least one of them. I don't need the other Tremaine. Opponent would have to have something. I mean, I don't even know what opponent would have to have. But that is the game. There's no way they recover from this position. There it is. Okay. Popular deck today. No Bucky, no Flynn. There's a Bucky, but I have no floodborns. Oh, and this is tough too, right? 'Cause now I'm looking at which one am I gonna draw? We're gonna play Minnie Mouse. I have 4 copies of the Minnie Mouse. I only have 2 copies of the Flynn. I like seeing a Basil. Such a cool card. Alright, play it like we got it. Well, we don't got it. Alright, Flint down. Bucky out. And improvises in here purely to replace itself. Okay. Pass turn. Thins the deck. And it only costs 1. And it's inkable. That's why it's in here. A floodborn off the top, man. I just need something I can play. Ideally, oh man, if I get the wide-eyed diver, we can hit our opponent for 4 cards. Didn't get the wide-eyed diver. That's fine. That's fine. Keep trying. Oh, the wide-eyed diver. Next turn's going to be sick. Come on, be just in time. I want them to be planning for the swords. Get down to 4 cards in hand. Oh no! Don't do damage to my character. Leave it alone. It needs to survive. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. They're down to 5 cards, so they could still be holding onto his swords, which is a problem. There's the Floodborn. Double Bucky triggers. If they have a swords in hand, they 100% just hold it. If they have a whole new world in hand, that's also another problem card. Because again, just 100% just hold it. Now I could play both of these, right? Because obviously I'm going to sing one. There we go. 2 more cards out of the opponent's hand. There's a whole new world. Alright, we're doing it. If they got rid of a whole new world, that means they either have another whole new world or they have a swords. There it was the swords. Alright, let's see if we can't, see if we can't pick up some momentum from here. Oh, look at that visual glitch. Minnie still has, 2 points of damage on it. I don't need another Squirrel Squeak Tutor. Look, still showing a 1. I'm sure my opponent sees it as normal. Alright, it's a top deck game. That's not a great top deck. Trading the Minnie Mouse. Gotta slow down my opponent. Their aggression's a bit strong. Man, they're just top decking fire. Man. That one's good. That one's really good. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm drawing hot garbage right now, but that one's really good. That one's really good. Queen of Hearts. Coming in clutch. Lady Tremaine. I will take it. Sorry, Donald, I don't want to let my opponent draw a bunch of cards. That's my game plan. Ooh, a Beast Smear. It's actually a pretty good card for our opponent to get. You gonna ink it? Ooh, filter. That was a one jump ahead. Yeah, I probably would have done the same. Questing in your position, though. Ugh. It's tough. Play both of them. Could draw some additional cards here. Nice. Well, it was meant to be. We'll see what they discarded in a moment. It's quest, pass. Yeah, strength, not a great card. Alright, moment of truth. Did you get anything good? Nothing good. And this should be victory. Flawless victory. Amber Steel. Going second, okay. I got the Flynns. Let's see if I can't secure a Bucky. I got the minis. Man, I got everything I need except for the actual, like, purpose of having the early shifts. Ooh, a bodyguard. An expensive bodyguard at that. Is this gonna be a musketeer deck? I have a feeling it is going to be a musketeer deck. I'm here for it. Better than the meta trash that keeps getting played. Alright. Ink a Minnie, play a Flynn. Pass the turn. Opponent, that's how you play a turn one. With efficiency and determination. Tinkerbell doesn't tell us anything about their deck. Because it's like, yeah, obviously they're going to run Tinkerbell. Alright, let's pitch the queen. Let's play the Flynn. It doesn't do anything right now, but it can sing. It's a little premature, but the more options out of my opponent's hand, the better. Let's see what they discard. A Be Our Guest. Doesn't that go get another card? Yes, it does. Another Musketeer. And now Flynn's entering the territory of, being able to do stuff. It's a bodyguard deck. You know, the downside with a bodyguard deck is if you... am I gonna think you? If all your characters have bodyguard, then you actually don't have bodyguard, because you can still freely attack whoever you want at that point. How do I want to play this? I need to ink. I don't got very many options for that. Love to get a Lady Tremaine down with the Bibbidy, so I do want to play towards that. I think I'm inking a Minnie Mouse. Not to attack, but to get a card. Ooh, Bucky's good. Quest for 1. Next turn, ink a card, play Minnie Mouse, make my opponent discard again. Come on, deck, I need the inkables! Don't make me have a forever uninkable shirt. Inkable. Now I could just attack their hand here. And maybe I should. There is a chance that they are running a whole new world. They might have the whole new world. There's no way I could empty their hand. So, you know. And here it comes. There's no way I could empty their hand, so attacking them wouldn't have been worth it. Attacking their hand wouldn't have been worth it. Well, the good news is, that's not a whole new world. See, Bucky can sing that. So I could actually get bonus points from this. So I could sing this with Bucky. Cast this. Then this quest for 3. So I'm actually going to gain 7, go to 10. I'm not inking, though, if I do that. And I think I should attack their last card. So either way, I'm not inking. Well, I can still attack their last card. I just think a Lady Tremaine plus a Bibbidy is just so much better. Let's hope that wasn't a mistake. Oh, it's a Tinkerbell, isn't it? It's a Tinkerbell. Okay. So now we're not attacking their hand anymore, but it is possible we can make them... Well, they'll sacrifice 2 characters. I wonder who... Definitely Simba. Who else would they sacrifice? Alright, opponent, now you gotta push end the turn. You gotta push pass. You can't actually do anything anymore. There you go. I knew you had it in you the whole time. Lady Tremaine. Here goes the Simba. It quests for the least, and it's the least protective. Really? A prince? Alright, well, we're definitely losing the Simba now. Turn Lady Tremaine. Replay Lady Tremaine. Well, from this position, I think opponent wins the race. It depends on what they draw here. I think that's enough for them to win the race. They go to 15, which means next turn's lethal. So now I have to beat them on my turn. So unless I get a Bibbidy Bobbidy, I think we are dead. That is not a Bibbidy Bobbidy. So I think we just died. Unless I take down one of their characters. I mean, they're both questing for 2, right? And they're both going to defeat both of my characters. But I think it keeps me in the game. I have to take down the bodyguard. But now they only quest for 4. I play Donald, so now I have 6 questing power in play. Alright, now it's on the opponent. The opponent has to stop me from winning or win right now. That's not gonna do it. Woo! Donald Duck! Somehow coming in clutch. Against a very tasty bodyguard deck. Nope. We don't need to draw additional cards. Oh, my opponent still gets to choose to draw a card? Well, that sucks. Three, 4, 5. The original Emerald Steel. Okay, I definitely don't need 2 Buckies. Definitely don't need Donald. Don't need 2 Minnie Mouses. Alright, I got the filler card. Perfect. I got some ink. I also have the Queen. We never get this one. Wow. It's been an unlucky day for getting the Queen shift. Well, they dropped to Hypnotize. Teeth won't do what we want it to do if they're playing the Bucky Prince John deck. There's the Bucky. Okay, so here's the question. How much are they going to have? Do they have a Prince John follow-up? At best, they're only attacking me for 1 card and drawing a card off of it. These both shift for 2. So this could be a setup turn. Let's make sure we ink. Let's actually get Queen down. I will hold on to the Bucky. I won't offer the trade because I can attack his hand for 2 next turn. I'm thinking we're going to see a Prince John from him. No Prince John. Thinking we're going to see a big Tinkerbell from them. Well played. I mean, I'm sure they see that I'm about to attack their hand for 2, but that's not enough, right? Okay. Emerald Amethyst. It's going to be some kind of bounce deck for sure, right? Okay, I do got these guys. Can I get a Bucky? Oh no! That's too many Prince Johns. Alright, well just in case, I should keep the teeth. Evasive Tinkerbell. Is this going to be some kind of evasive list? Could shift this guy out, but he'll have negative lore. The only card in the game to have negative lore. It's a good thing you don't lose lore when you quest with something with negative lore. So some kind of bounce evasive deck? Ooh, it's so brutal. I have way too many Prince Johns. Way too many Prince Johns. Man, I really wish Hypnotize was a was a song. Something tells me crab doesn't belong in your deck. Alright, only attack their hand for 1, but I'm going to draw 3 cards. Hopefully it'll be some of these inkables. I don't know if you noticed, I have a lot of my uninkables in my opening turns, somehow, again. It's not just a once in a while thing, it's an everyday thing. I think it's pretty close to being accurate though, like probability of how many you should draw and when you should draw it. I think the algorithm is pretty close. I do think it is slightly favored to give you uninkables though. Right, opponent's going for it. This character's challenged and banished. Okay. Attack their hand, draw 2 cards. Unfortunately, my hand's just super inactive this game. Does nothing. That's what happens when you draw 3 Prince Johns. Okay, I really don't want those. Huh. Well, I don't like this hand at all. Every card in this hand is awful. Wow, okay, so this can go really, really wrong sometimes. Like, really, really wrong. And you know what's sad is my opponent's board is just, it's not that strong that a lot of other decks would have a very easy time dealing with what my opponent's doing right now. Opponent just quests away. That's exactly what I would do too. These Prince Johns aren't doing nothing. Oh, another Bibbidy Bobbidy Boo! That's another card I actively don't want to see off the top of my deck right now. Bouncing Goat. Oh, Bouncing Flynn. Ooh, it could not go any worse for me. I mean, these guys are only quested for 1. It could actively not go any worse. Do I do the 4 damage to do 4 damage to something else? I mean, nothing's questing for 2. It's the only thing I got going for me. Take out the goat, stop those shenanigans. Or just hit him for the 1 and take out Cruella. So I'm gonna have to sing. I think we'll sing. I think the Prince Johns are pretty much dead at this point. They don't do anything anymore. You'll sing it. You'll take the damage. Finish you off. Quest here. Man, the uninkables and then the particular line of cards we drew. It can go bad. And I'm sure somebody will mention in the comments because they didn't watch the whole video. Yes, there are no Be Prepareds in the deck. Why? Because we very rarely reach the 7 ink. And by the time we get to the 7 ink, if we're needing to be prepared, we've probably lost the game. The upside with the steel variant of this deck is it doesn't wipe out your own board when you board wipe. Oh man. Well, Hypnotize is actually going to be useful, thanks to the Donald Duck. That's wild. Well, let's see what we can get, huh? I don't think there's not a chance we survive this, right? I can't take out their board at all. But I do get to draw a bunch of cards while doing it, so that's fun. Man, it's a lot of uninkable. Oh, let's see. Is there any hope for anything ever at all? Donald takes out Cruella. And then I can do 2 points of damage to 2 different 3 toughness guys. There's still 4 toughness I have to deal with somehow. Can't boost my attack. Oh man. It's a little late for the Flints to be any useful. Alright, well, that's what happens when you draw your cards in the wrong order. So, it's important to have these games where we do lose so we can see what is weak about the deck. And, clearly going wide, there's a lot of aggro. It is fairly weak to aggro, because without the steel, we lack the early removal required to deal with this. Oh, okay. Invalid deck. Well, that's a weird glitch to see straight away. Haven't actually ever seen that at the beginning of a video, or of a game. Oh, let's see, I got the Bucky, I got the John. I have no shift stuff. I'm gonna keep the Donald Duck because he has the 2, 3, 4 curve. But ideally, I would really like... Well... It's gonna be interesting. So I got the 2, 3, 4, but I also have on 2 into turn 3, Bucky can sing this, generating me a little bit of value. Yeah, very weird that I got the invalid deck like straight away. I wonder what that's all about. Was there a pixelborn update in the middle of me playing? Dr. F. The 4-2 evasive. There's Ward. Well, Ward is enough to let me know that that probably won't be very useful. Okay, a Popsicle. Popsicle engine in an aggro deck? Whoa, 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 whoa. My opponent's playing multicolor. I know it's possible in the lab. I've just never seen it. I've never seen the multicolor actually be played. Okay. Well, I gotta keep it now because that's just interesting, right? Alright, we'll wait a turn because I know that they'll attack Bucky. And I want to get my floodborn triggers. I am nervous about this Donald Duck, though. That's the one that's going to give me a trigger, but it's also going to let my opponent draw cards. And like I said, or maybe I said it, I don't remember. I don't have an active way to continually deal with Donald giving them cards. You hate to see it. Alright, here goes a Donald. It's possible we can also Bibbidy him back to our hand if we get our hands on one. Lady Tremaine, I like it. I don't know what to expect with this opponent, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go for it. I was thinking, I mean, we're gonna set Queen of Hearts, which is a discard with Bucky, but only Donald Duck has a reasonable attack. And it's possible that they just don't quest and they just go with the aerial. So the attacks are not that great. That's a 5-color deck. The only one they're missing is steel. No way it's not a 5-color deck. Well, we knew that was gonna happen. Alright, that's 2 cards I get to draw. Love to take down that aerial. Taking down the aerial is gonna be... That's why it says invalid deck, huh? I get it. I understand why it says invalid deck right away. I don't want all these Prince Johns. What is this game doing to me? I have a lot of card draw mixed in here. Prince Johns are the ones I would really like to ink, though. I'll take out the Maleficent. I'll take out the Peter Pan. That's a lot of queens. Yoth Queen, slay! I have all of them. Didn't I just ink one too? That's all 4 of my Queen of Hearts. I think it's too late to... Yeah, it's not going to show me. Dang. I think that's all 4 of them. Yeah, win or lose, this game is 100% going in the video. Just because it's the first multicolored deck I ever seen. But for reference, in the future, if I come across a multicolored deck, I will just instantly concede because it's not... It doesn't teach me anything. It doesn't teach me anything, doesn't teach you guys anything. It's just in this moment, for the first time ever, it's interesting. I mean, I can't help but wonder why he's running such awful cards when you have access to literally all of the best cards. There's the Rush. Will he take out Donald? No, he wants to draw the card. Man, I really want to ink these. My Donald's gonna be the death of me, I'm telling you. I need to get my opponent to stop drawing cards. So while that's not my favorite move, that is the move I'm gonna go with. Alright, now they'll sacrifice Ariel. Queen trades with Beast, which is fine. It's Beast quest for 2. Beast does quest for 2. Let's see if they'll take the trade. All this work to attack their hand and Donald undid it. Man, I hate Donald Duck. I know so many of you guys are such big fans and advocates of his ability. All I'm saying is every time I get him out, this is what happens. My opponent gets a full hand out of it. We got... You know, I'm surprised that they're not running a 100-card deck either. All 5 colors, why not run 100 cards? Finally, there's a steel card. They have every color in here except steel. Dr. F. They are going to quest, okay. Are you going to attack? Not going to attack. I need to start drawing these expensive cards. Alright, teeth isn't good enough. Alright, well, let's attack their hand. get them empty. The Squirrel Squeak Tutor. Squeak, squeak 'em, squeak, squeakity. I wish the queen had rush, like the little queen does. Questing with Lady Tremaine's not a brilliant idea. But we will do it anyway. Where's the 6th color? They haven't actually played Amber. We've just made them discard it. And Steel's been inked. I'm pretty sure at some point in this video I said all 5 colors. There are 6. In my brain space, I'm like, Steel's not a color. Gray is not a color. It's grayscale. Alright, well that's a really good top deck for them. You can heal it all you want, but we both know you're going to sacrifice it to Lady Tremaine. So many expensive cards. Now I know I'm not going to get any value off of Bucky, but maximizing characters on board is also good. Alright, bye-bye, Maui. We were aware because Beast. Because Beast. Questing. Untapping. Alright, I really need to get a Bibbidy. That's not it. That's not it. Where are my Bibbidys? Cruella de Vil. The devil herself. My goodness. Alright, well, let's try. Nope, still didn't get it. Alright, where are my best questers? Prince John and Donald. Alright, opponent's on +3. Really? I only have a 7? I only have a 7? Surely it's... There we go. I'm like, surely it's more than that. Played a bunch of 2s. And is that it, opponent? Did we do it? Did we get the well played? Either way, well played. Because you either win right now, in which case it was a fun game, or you lose right now. And still, a fun game. Quest. Still no Bibbidys. Are you kidding me? Man, that's all I wanted was the Lady Tremaine for this game. To deal with that silly beast. There we go. Mr. Invalid Deck.